welcome back, or welcome to the Real Happiness YouTube channel. My name is Holly, and here we talk about all things law of assumption, manifestation, mindset, and that sort of thing. So if you are interested in that sort of content and you're not already, please feel free to press the subscribe button, and don't forget to click that bell icon for notifications for every time I upload. Right, let's get straight into this. I have a video that's already uploaded, already ready to go, and I wanted to make sure that this one goes up first because, to be honest, I got called out, or I felt like I got called out. I don't think it was directed at me personally, but I watched something on manifesting with Kimberly, one of her recent videos. I will link her channel down below. I absolutely adore her. She is fucking amazing. And after watching that and going back, and I've been listening to the Audible versions of the Neville Goddard books and reading Joseph Murphy, The Power of the Subconscious Mind, I don't know why I'm so fucking orange. I don't look this orange in real life, alright? I don't know why I look so orange. I have been tanning, but I'm not this I'm not this orange in real life. I don't know what's going on. I've been looking back and thinking about my old videos and how much my beliefs and my way of seeing manifesting has fucking changed so much. I look back on my older videos, anywhere from before 2022 and probably the beginning of 2022. I made a short because I wanted to like sort of put a sort of disclaimer out, and I'm going to go back through and pin this video in the comments of all my old videos, just as a disclaimer. I don't want to delete those videos because I'm not about just like pretending that I haven't grown. Like, you know, everyone grows and changes, and your thoughts, everyone's thoughts and beliefs behind manifestation, everyone learns and grows, and I think that that's a big part of this community, and learning from each other, as well as going back and reading Neville and reading Joseph Murphy and Florence. I can't always get along with Florence as much as I get along with Neville and Joseph Murphy. Joseph Murphy's more my thing because I still have a lot of old hang-ups and limitations when it comes to Bible speak. And so it took me a long time to actually be able to consume Neville's work properly. And I think that's probably why I started this channel with such a huge a big amount of limiting beliefs, because I was learning more from other coaches instead of learning from the source and learning from the people who put out that we are limitless and that we are only limited by our predisposed beliefs and assumptions about the world. That is our only limitation. Like, there is no actual limitations to manifesting and to the law of assumption. And instead of actually going and really consuming Neville and really understanding Neville, I was turned off by it because of the fact that he obviously translates the Bible and interprets the Bible, I should say, rather than translates. And because I still have this limitation, I'm working through it, but I grew up having a very negative view of Christianity just because of the Christians that surrounded me growing up. And so it took me a long while to be able to consume Neville's work, because I just read it as Bible speak and I couldn't get that. And it's only been recently that I have managed to be able to listen and learn properly from what he said and understand more about manifesting than I did before. And so my earlier videos were what I'd learned from other manifestation coaches on YouTube. And a lot of people can be limited in the sense that I think a lot of us come from law of attraction, and law of attraction has so many limitations. Like, you must do this and this, like, you are putting the power outside of yourself when actually the power is within you. And I think that it gave me, sorry, my bun is like really small and I fucking feel like Miss Trunchbull. Listening to people who come from a law of attraction and having had that belief as the dominant source of my learnings, I don't know, you know what I mean though, that put a lot of limiting beliefs in my head. And I want to call myself out. One of the main things that I remember I said is that you must. Anyone who says you must, as manifesting with Kimberly says, anyone who says you must has a limiting belief. And I completely agree. And one thing I know, this probably goes against what she says, because she always talks about how logic doesn't have a place in manifesting, but I have a very logical mind. And but I'm gonna say this anyway because this makes sense in this context. One, I don't remember what physicist said it, but one of the laws of physics is that nothing is impossible. There are just things that are highly improbable. And if that is an actual scientific thing, then that must mean that there are no fucking limits to what we can do with our minds. There are no limits. And anyone who tells you that you must do XYZ to manifest, they have got a limiting belief around that specific thing. And I used to say, because I'd learnt it, and I'd learnt it from another coach, and it sunk into my head, and I had then also picked up this limiting belief, and I won't put anyone on blast, but because I'm not about that life, I would rather big up other creators. Like, I will always forever say that I absolutely adore manifesting with Kimberly, and I adore subconscious laws. They are my two, like, they taught me to go back and read Neville and fucking put away my issues with Bible speak. And so I would always rather big up other creators, other people who teach this, than I would tear people down. And I know that the coach that I picked up this belief from, this was a pretty old video of theirs, and I will also big up anyone who is happy to share the fact that they are learning. Like, I am learning. As I teach this, it is from what I am learning, and what I'm learning from my own successes or my own failures. I am learning just as much as you guys, and the only difference between me and you is that I am sitting in front of a fucking camera and I am talking to you about it because I like to talk. I like to talk. I like to share my experiences. I like to feel like I'm helping because I like to feel like I am trying to be for you guys what I needed when I felt like the whole fucking world was caving in. And so I want you to understand that I am learning, and the only difference between me and you is that maybe I'm older than you and I have more experience and I've fucking consumed more shit than you guys, and I am sitting in front of a fucking camera. That is the only difference. That is the only difference between me and you. And that maybe I have different beliefs about... Hang on, the baby's kicked my bin over. Right, he's joining us now. He's sick, so he's a bit grumpy, bless him. See, he doesn't look orange. Why do I look orange? He looks a little bit orange. He's all red. Anyway. So, I'm now fucking nearly 12 minutes in, and I still haven't made the point I'm trying to make. I have a video that talks about manifesting your SP, and I put out there a fucking limiting belief on you guys and make it seem like you have to do this thing to get your SP. And I want to call myself out for that. I want to call myself out and say, I used to say, because I used to believe that you had to affirm for contact, or that person was not going to contact you. I used to believe that if you did not affirm for contact and you are only affirming that this person loves you, that person would just sit there loving you. Now, I still feel like affirming for contact is a good thing and that it's helpful, but I can no longer sit here. Ooh, squashed his leg there. I can no longer sit here and say that you need to affirm for contact, because logically, why the fuck would that person be sat over there loving you and not contacting you? If you are affirming that the person that you want to be with, that your SP loves you and fucking wants you and adores you and can't stop fucking thinking about you, then in your mind, if that implies that that person won't stop contacting you, then that's what they're gonna do. Like, you don't have to add in extra fucking affirmations to say that that person needs to contact you. And I had a very, very flawed view on manifesting. Like, because I came from I have to watch him with this. I'm sorry, it's me. You cannot have this. I came from law of attraction, and I consumed so much law of attraction bullshit for years. And I thought that manifesting, like, you were putting something out to a exterior force, and that this exterior force would bring you your shit. And so I was always taught that you had to be specific. And so when I heard coaches saying that you had to affirm for contact, I believed that was true, because I had this belief that you had to be very specific, or the universe might bring you something that you didn't want, or that wasn't quite what you were asking for, that you had to be specific, or the universe might get confused. But it's not the fucking universe that's bringing you your SP. What's bringing you your SP is your fucking subconscious programming, your fucking mind. You are bringing your SP. If you believe that by affirming that that person fucking adores you and can't stop thinking about you, that in that belief is implied that that person is going to be messaging you all the time, then the fucking contact is going to come. The contact is going to come because that is your belief. You are manifesting based on your beliefs. And this is the video that's supposed to go up today. That is ready, sitting there ready to go, and will go up tomorrow instead. It's just like one of the manifesting basics, like manifesting 101, about the fact that it is you and your subconscious assumptions, your subconscious beliefs, your pre-programmed thoughts and assumptions about the world, your dominant thoughts that manifest. And so if it is your belief that by that person being obsessed with you, and that person adoring you, and that person loving you, that means that you're gonna be contacted, then that's what's gonna happen. But if I truly apologize to anyone that I made believe that if you are not affirming for contact, that you aren't going to get contact, because that is not the case. Please do not eat my Switch. That is not the case. You are only limited by your own fucking limitations. And so if you believe in your heart that unless you are specific about your shit, then that is what is going to manifest. If you believe that you could just say, I have everything I fucking want, and that you can easily drop your old story, and sit in the state. Again, states is something I'm going to be doing a video on, not only because it seems that everyone else is doing videos about states, and so I want to put my 2 cents in, but because I was, I forget which is the first book now, but I was listening to the Audible version of The Complete Reader from Neville, and it's his first book, and I fucking forget the title of it now, but it talks about states and taking off one state and stepping into another, and how it's all tied in with living in the end. But if you can just step into the state of having everything you want, then everything you want will manifest, because that is the state you have stepped into. I'm trying to cover, I've just realized that I have kids' videos on the TV, and I don't want to get some sort of copyright claim. Oh, I really hope this video doesn't get taken down, because I've rambled straight for fucking 20 minutes now. But basically, this was just to say that I was wrong, because I'm not about, like, pretending as if I'm never wrong. Everyone can be wrong. Everyone is learning. Everyone is growing. And I can hold my hands up and say, I had limiting beliefs. I had limitations. I had certain ways of thinking that were influenced by other people, instead of understanding that truly the only limitations are in your mind. And I wanted to make this video so that you guys did not also feel limited by my own limitations, and that you guys understand that truly the only way of manifesting anything he agrees, truly the only way of manifesting anything, including your SP, especially your SP if you want, is to step into the state of believing that they are showing up exactly how you want them to, and doing all the things that you want them to do. And I'll go into this more. I'm gonna do a manifesting 101 that is gonna be about manifesting SPs, and like sort of helping you guys to step into that, into the right states. Holy shit. Sorry about that. I just fucking heard the bin men coming and then was like, oh my fucking god. I completely haven't taken the bin out. And I fucking sprained my ankle stepping out the doorway, and just had to hobble out fucking as fast as I can. My ankle's killing me. So I was like, oh my god, I need the bin man to take the bin. So, I'm gonna give myself a heart attack then. I can't remember where I was, but I know I was pretty much closing off the video. I'm gonna be doing put my head in front of the TV again. I'm gonna be doing a video, a manifesting 101 on both states and manifesting your SP, and I will go over things in more detail, but this video really was just to basically say I was wrong for imposing my limited beliefs on you guys. And I want you guys to understand that coaches on here and anywhere else that you consume media, even Neville himself had their own limitations, and we are all people with our own limiting beliefs. We are all learning, and that when you listen to us, we are simply teaching from our own understanding of things. And so you are always going to come across limiting beliefs. And so if you do not resonate with what someone is saying, don't take that on. Don't take on what everyone says as being the be all and fucking end all of how you manifest. Because truly the only way of manifesting is to step into the state and have the assumption that you have what you want. That is how you manifest. That you basically being in the state of what you want, of already having what you want, knowing and assuming and believing eventually that you have what you want is how you manifest. And anything else outside of that you must do X, Y, Z to get what you want is all just fluff. I mean, obviously affirming, scripting, and visualizing are the big three of tools that you can use to help you get into that state of mind and to help you get those assumptions and dominant thoughts creating in your head. But truly, it is your subconscious that manifests, and so what you believe to be true is what is. And so if you believe in the limiting beliefs of that people put on you, then he's getting all antsy. If you believe the limiting beliefs that people put on you, then that is what you are going to experience. That is what you're going to experience in your reality. So don't allow people to complicate things more than they need to be just because you watch them on YouTube. Just because they are on YouTube, just like me, does not make them like the fucking kings and queens of manifesting. They don't know. It's not that they don't know more than you, because they might know more than you, because they might consume more fucking stuff than you or had more experiences than you, but they are not above you. No one is above you. That's what we say, don't we? We say that about RSPs. So it's the same fucking difference when it comes to us here on YouTube. No one is above you. And just because we are on a fucking video talking to you about what we have learned and what we have experienced and manifested, does not make us above you. And so don't take on someone else's limited thoughts and limited beliefs and limited teachings just because they are on fucking YouTube or on TikTok or wherever else you might consume your media. Like I said, even Neville had his own limited thinking, and I'm sure that if he was still around today, he would say the same fucking thing, and he would likely have evolved by now, because life evolves as we go on. Just because we're not growing an extra fucking pair of hands doesn't mean that we're not evolving. Our evolution is in our minds, and our minds are constantly evolving. I mean, look at how much has evolved in the sense of like technology. Like fucking when I was born, there wasn't fucking internet. When I was a kid, we had to fucking use the dial-up modem. You weren't allowed to use the telephone while you were on the fucking internet. I can tell you now, trying to get hold of my fucking mum while she was on the internet and she'd forgotten to pick me up from school. And I'm there waiting outside school because she's on the internet. You will never know freedom anymore, this next generation, because you don't know freedom until you know what it's like to be out and your parents to not be able to get hold of you until you are home. So don't let, basically all that to say, I was wrong. I had limiting beliefs. I have grown since then. I have learnt since then. I have understood more and manifested more since then. And I want you guys to understand that if you do not resonate with what someone is saying, don't take that on as a belief. If that person is presenting you a must do, then that is likely going to come from a place of a limited belief. We are, like Kimberly says, and I will credit her with this, we are limited, oh god, we probably are limited. We are limitless. And as it is in physics, there is nothing that is impossible, just things that are highly improbable. But just because it's highly improbable doesn't mean that it can't happen. So understand that just because we are teaching you here on YouTube, we are humans too, and we have our own evolution that we are going through. We are learning, we are growing, and we have our own limits, we have our own limitations, we have our own preconceived beliefs about the world that we are changing. And I will always say that my channel is me talking about my evolution, my growth, what I learn, and sharing it with you guys, because then you don't have to make the same mistakes that I did and that I still do. You don't have to make those mistakes anymore, like, because you can learn from my mistakes. So this was a very fucking long video to get to a fucking really, like, TLDR fucking fly TLDR fucking thing message of we are all fucking human, and I was wrong, and I had a limiting belief, and now I have learned that that was a limiting belief, and I don't want you guys to take that, and I don't want you guys to take the limiting beliefs of other people here on YouTube, on TikTok, on whatever place you consume your teachings. I don't want you to take on the limiting beliefs of others. I want you to understand that the limits are only within your mind. And if you don't resonate with what someone is teaching you, and that is not already a belief of yours, don't let it become a limiting belief. Don't grow a limiting belief off of someone else's limitations. So yeah, I'm gonna go because it's now a fucking half an hour long video, I think. And yeah, leave me a comment down below if you found this video helpful. Talk to me about your limitations. I have a bunch of people I need to reply to today. I had a very busy weekend, so I didn't get to anyone over the weekend. So I have a bunch of people to reply to today. But if you don't want to leave a comment talking about specific things, I always leave my email address in the description box below. If you want to email me, I will get back to you. It may take me a few days sometimes because I am so fucking busy. Because my 4-year-old, my head in front of the TV again. My 4-year-old is still not in nursery, and I'll probably be kind of busy until he starts reception, so it may take me a few days. I may reply more than once in one day, but I don't want to promise something that I can't deliver. So if it takes me a couple of days to reply to you guys, then I'm sorry, but I will get to you. I just make sure that you put manifestation or coaching or something in the subject, because I will just delete it because I get so many newsletters and spam shit into my inbox that I just swipe to archive nearly everything that I get. So unless it's got something in the subject that makes me think, oh, this isn't just crappy newsletters I signed up to 5 years ago that I don't read. So make sure you put something like that in the subject header for me, so I will actually read it and not delete it. I don't worry, because I'm not charging anyone, especially because I take so long to reply. So don't think that you're gonna have to pay me anything. I'm happy to help for free. That's not a problem. I just want to help. I just want to be able to give an outside perspective on the things that you are trying to manifest. And if you find yourself stuck, sometimes it's good to get that outside perspective, especially if someone who's manifested things that you're trying to manifest yourself. It just helps sometimes to bounce that off someone else. So please feel free to email me. Like I said, my email will be in the description box below. It is free. I don't charge. Otherwise, leave me a comment. I don't mind. If you don't mind sharing, I don't mind seeing the comments, because other people might be able to help you quicker than I can. So please leave me a thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Leave me a thumbs up if you actually got to this fucking end, because I have rambled some shit. And I will see you guys in the next one. I love you guys. Take care. Bye bye.